Hello and welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging. This is our WILDSEA campaign. We are the sailors of the Verdant Sea, and we are starting a new chapter of our trip. At the end of our last sort of session, we had a wideband radio that Apotheosis picked up, and they've been chasing some errant radio waves recently. But before all that, before we do our summary and all that fun stuff, how's everybody doing? Everybody, we had a few weeks off while we did a little bit of prep work and a little bit of this and that. Everybody's got their dogs at their feet, except for Jeff, who has a pile of TTRPG books at his feet. Keeping him warm in the summer, I guess we're going into. But yeah, it was. We were saying before stream that it might be fun to do an Oops All Pet stream at some point in time where we just have our dogs on camera when we come up.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Not gonna happen. Sorry.
I think I might be the only one that hasn't appeared. I feel like we've seen everyone else's. Am I remembering that right?
We've seen a number of pets behind, like appearing behind people as they stream. Max has certainly been on camera.
Pink Pippin's a WILDSEA mystery. Like, he's not a general mystery, but he's a stream mystery, I think.
Oh, unfortunately, I got a new headset, and my hat no longer fits. So I am afraid we are going to have to do without my tricorn anymore. But yeah. All right, let's get started. A clank of chains, a turning of pages, the sigh of the wind through the branches above, so close to where so many had sailed for hundreds of years, a secret of the ages revealed by the churn of distant roots. The hanging manor, collapsing and glorious, our sailors of the Verdant Sea bravely explored in the hopes of recovering the crew of another ship, the One-Armed Scissor. Well, some sort of seeked ancient texts for the thrill of discovery, the prestige of owning a fragment of the pre-V information, or the potential advancement that access to such knowledge might bring. Our crew found the Librico Ray instead, and it cared not for the progress or plaudits. It merely hungered, but it hungered for words, and its hunger was overcome by our crew. Finally, lured by shanties and the hideout of our crew found the hideout of the famed Jackalbone Marauders. Brought together by family ties and a willingness to bend traditional morals, the Jackalbones were raiders of ships and smugglers of illicit cargo. They announced their raids with a distinctive drumbeat, but our crew took them by surprise with tails at their backs. One final member of the One-Armed Scissor saved, though in total about a third of them have survived this encounter. We have recovered. Well, our sailors head out now for the faint tunes of a distant broadcast caught by a new pre-Verdant wideband radio. For the folks they leave behind, the world has changed. For over the next few months at sea, the crew of the One-Armed Scissor recover, and empty rooms become full of talk and laughter once more. The captain's cabin, used for meetings and dinners instead now, and card games. The cargo hold still holds some books, but now holds so much more, from worm apples to wolf furs, tar planks to medicines. The love of literature has dimmed a little in the One-Armed Scissor. Following one of their charts, our sailors of the Vomitorium have found that they have managed to find Port Friso while they move towards this wideband radio signal. which is a truly unique port. As they came across it, they realized it was actually a large balloon, a size that just shouldn't be possible, but floating there in the sea. The exterior, furred with a layer of streets, houses, and amber glass fronted buildings. A tangled web of pipes and valves at the balloon's open base. The air above the contraption discolored and roiling, clearly through some sort of chemical event that's keeping it floating. Loudspeakers, animals' jaws, and a speaking tubes cluttering the poles of every corner and intersection. Merchants in fine clothes and suits and furs cut asymmetrically in a distinct local style. We turn to our sailors before you head out on this new journey, on this new mystery. We had a number of loose threads. We have the possibility of produce and trade. So at this last port before your next journey, and Apotheosis, we can find a Chelicree acquaintance here for you as well, as a loose thread if we would like. Is there anything you guys would like to take a moment to trade? Would like to have a conversation with anybody that just happens to be at this port at this time, that you didn't get to before leaving the Hanging Manor or Three Masks? Or is there anything in the ship? We can do a 1-for-1 swap for anything in the ship that you might want. I know that Flippin Piite, because I just looked at your character sheet, has some, I believe you have something that is going to go bad in about 2 days, which your journey is going to be months long from here. So they will not survive if you keep them.
All right, I'm definitely going to try and trade that, and then I forgot to give a speculative map of the planets. Supposed to give that to Yasa. So
Okay. So what does the let's do this out. So you guys get to this port, you relax, you remember that you have this. Like what does this look like?
I'm gonna be like, we're gonna be like sipping some tea, and I'm gonna be like, man, some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, oh yeah. And then with my googly eyes, I'm just gonna like try to look at her like I got something for you. And I take out just like the stereotypical like rolled up parchment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, but I think you can make something out of it.
She gives it a big sniff. It's like distance, and then she opens it up to see if she can make any sense of anything.
Okay, so you are looking at an ancient star chart, Issa. So you recognize that these are stars, but they are in patterns you cannot, or shapes that you do not understand, know, or are able to decipher in any way at this time.
And Flippin Piite hears her mutter, I knew it. I knew I smelled distance.
What does it mean, though? What does distance mean?
I don't know. These aren't the stars I learned to navigate by. And she'll show them to you. Have you learned these?
I'm gonna look at this star map, and it's just a bunch of like, a bunch of mumbo jumbo to me, and I'm like,
yep.
I'm gonna try and squint my googly eyes, and just like, honestly, it looks pretty. I'm just gonna drink some tea.
I'm gonna take the map up top and see if I can map the what I'm seeing above me versus what's on the map, like the difference.
It is probably early day at this point in time as you're
Okay.
at this new port. You've been traveling for a little while. This is the last stop. And I know you
Okay.
usually sail at night for the stars, but you are docked at a giant air balloon city. Their city is on the top of the balloon, kind of the curvature over it. In
that
some sort of
case,
amazing display.
I'm gonna ask Killock and Apotheosis if these are stars navigation tools specifically that they recognize.
I think so. Killhook and Apotheosis play this out as well as you like. This means nothing to you. This is ancient star chart, so this you will not recognize this.
I have no idea.
Okay. Again, nobody seems to know. I don't even know if these stars are still alive.
That's a great question. Something that you saw on the one-armed scissor, Issa, if you guys wanted to swap out ship parts, is they did have that room with the telescope. And you have a medical bay that I'm pretty sure no one is ever going to use on this ship.
Oh.
Just saying, you could swap it out.
I'd love to spend my downtime getting that.
Absolutely, yeah, we can talk about that.
I did not know that was an option. I'm sorry, I would have told you before.
No. I'm presenting the possibility and the opportunity, but think of your ship like a Lego ship where you can pull the blocks off and trade them one for another block set. It is this sort of a Leviathan-bodied fish with its lure light and its eye and its sort of lamprey mouth, but you can still somehow, being it. Something with a beating heart, you can pull open the side and replace the rooms in it. You live in this thing that is somehow alive and dead at the same time.
Awesome.
But yes, I did. Let me grab. So if you would like, we can absolutely, because you guys are now familiar kind of with what a navigation room would look like. And we can, if you want, switch that one out, or you have the galley and the workshop and the medical bay and the butchery. Probably the medical bay is the only one I think that the team doesn't use.
Is everybody else here okay with making the telescope?
I would say I'm fine with searching out the medical bay for the telescope room.
Okay. So Issa, this sort of idea comes to you and you look across the Port Frizo, and you can see that there are a number of shops around here, and you go towards, let me just quickly grab the name of it, Port Frizo, junction, it would be the junction. Such Great Heights is a junction sort of location. They've got trade of all sorts. They also have the port as well. But you go in, you find a number of sort of the locals reading books, but also there's a lot of cooking and steeping going on. And there's a smell, I'm sorry, Flippin' Pete, there's a smell of strong coffee on the air in this area. No tea to be found. And you find sort of a chelicre that's wrapped in an array of advertisements, some of them in languages you don't recognize. And they are like little goggles on their heads, a sort of the overall set that you would normally find with sailors and big boots. And they kind of like listen to you tell them about what you saw on the one-armed scissor. And they'll go, oh yes, this is, we can do change. Well, one for one. I've got and they'll point at another ship docked in the port. And they're ready to barter with you for the rooms changing around. Medical bay, very useful, very useful.
Thank you. Ooh. All right. And I'm gonna like give a thumbs up, like a spiky thumbs up to Yasa and be like, "Got your room."
Yeah, but yeah,
Amazing.
you guys can always exchange rooms if something isn't working, and you can also add, as you have with the wideband radio, or yeah, just sell it, add more weapons. Sorry. But yes, Flippin' Pete, you were saying.
Right. I was just saying it. Yeah, that's give a thumbs up to Yasa. Be like, yeah, that's awesome. Got that room. Um. While we're still out there, like I'm gonna go and see if I can barter this tea that's still good
Mhm.
with maybe something that's a little bit more dry, some dry tea.
Okay. You kind of look around. There, you can do barter. Are you going to do barter in such great heights, or you can kind of see across the way what appears to be a kartaka and bookstore. If you wanted to get something sort of a salvage or map-like instead, there's more food stuff where you're at, or there's more like paper and books on the other side.
I'm gonna go with the dry. If there's like dried food stuff, I would go get that, like tea leaves,
Okay.
things like that.
So if you walk up to sort of the sort of shelving around the Such Great Heights, some of the things you see are chilled mural fruit coffee. You see a bowl of pork skinia, and you see Britter batch seasoning. So you could grab some seasoning, you could grab coffee and try to steep some coffee instead of tea, or a bowl of porsknia, which appears to be some sort of ground meat or ground bug meat.
Coffee or what was the
Seasoning,
yeah, seasoning. Coffee or seasoning.
which might be good if you wanted to trade with Killhook as well, because he deals with the meats and the butchering a little bit more than you.
Maybe seasoning would be better. Okay, I'm gonna be like, you want some? I'm gonna look at the name again, which is the Spineapple Tea. Want some Spineapple Tea for season?
And you'll get back, oh, yeah, pineapple tea, great. And what are you looking at on our shelves to trade?
And you said like, is there like anything in like in particular that they have?
The bitter batch seasoning is I think what you were saying you were interested in.
Oh yeah. Yep, bitter batch seasoning.
Certainly. Here you are. Happy to trade with a wild sailor. These are great. We will get these turned into some cider quickly.
Ooh, terrific.
All right. So I've just posted the words just on the chats for you, but you swap those one for one, and this will not expire like the apples were going to.
Sweet.
Okay. Apotheosis, did you want to see? I know that you had the conversation in Three Masks with the Chelicray, Tezeric, but you could see if you could find him here as well, or get a message to him.
Yeah, I apparently didn't take very good notes because I have Chazarik's name, and I remember he was in the smokehouse, which was the giant badger skull, but I don't remember what it was he was looking for. Because then I quickly move on to my notes to Karsha, who's just trying to tag along.
Okay, so what you were trying to do was you were trying to get some sort of adrenaline hot shot for the heart, and he said he would find somebody to talk to about getting that for you.
Okay, yeah. Then yes, I would like to follow up on that, but also see if there's anything that I can trade for just one of my drives that I haven't gotten to do anything with.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me know where or kind of what you're looking for, and I can give you the list of items in either the argument, which is the Cartrioca and bookstore, or the Such Great Heights Junction, which had pretty much the same resources that I said to Flippin' Pete. But we can see if there's some other stuff that I can pull up as well, if you would like an expanded inventory list of groceries.
Yeah, I mean, it's just trying to develop the rocket-propelled hammer, so if they have like a junkyard or something like that that I can barter for.
Okay, let me see here. Talk amongst yourselves really quickly here. I'm just going to take a look at the list.
Hey, look. I got this bitter brack seasoning. Apparently it's really good on like meat. You want it?
Okay. Yeah, I do. Give it to me.
Okay. And he's gonna kind of stick it out and then place it in your hand.
So he looks at you. He's like, like, I don't like eat the meats so much. I just really like hacking things to pieces. It's the process. It's like an art form. It's not like for proper feeding. I would still eat some, of course, if necessary. But mostly I just like feeling the muscles and the tendons like rip apart. But if you wanted to eat the meats, that's fine too.
What have you been doing with the meat, the edible stuff?
Oh, right. Most of the time, I'm tantalizing the Leviathan ship. And I'm saying, hey, say this. You can't have it. So I got a pile over there in the corner. So there's like a pile of like just meats in the corner. It probably smells pretty bad in here.
Yeah, I assume it's like you got the beef from like 2 weeks ago, and it's just like,
oh yeah,
the flies are just.
He's a fungal man. Like, he has this. It's great in here. It's great in here.
He's just gonna scratch his head, and he's just like, man, I think I could have like fed our crew with that.
Oh, right. That's right. You guys. Well, Apotheosis, he don't eat, right? I don't think he eats. And then
wait,
you're a cactus, so I mean, I guess Issa does, but I don't think she eats the meats, does she? I think she's more of a vegan.
When I think about it, I've never seen her eat anything.
You know what it is? She feeds on dreams, is what it is,
What?
I don't think. Yeah, she sustains herself by sucking out the dreams that other people have at night. You never see that?
Is that why she has all those tentacle things on her head?
Exactly, yeah. She comes into your room at night and she's got the tentacle things, and then you're dreaming, and in the morning you wake up, you're like, I can't remember my dreams. It's because Issa was there sucking them out. She was hungry that night.
Oh my... Look.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
I know.
When I think about it, I can't remember my dreams.
Exactly. But listen, you're looking at it the wrong way though, man. Okay, so see, when I met Issa, I was just having all sorts of nightmares, about my people, everything that the Leviathan did, all sorts of things. Anyhow, I don't have them dreams no more, them nightmares, because she sucked them all out. So I don't think about it at all, See? So it takes the good and it takes the bad. You take them both, and there you have it. It's the facts of life,
Wow, I guess that's really great.
Yeah.
But wait. The question is, do you think she gets indigestion if she eats nightmares? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know how she wanders around sometimes talking about just nonsense and we never understand what the hell she's saying? Those are the times in which all of them dreams and nightmares, they're reacting on her, they're coming up. It's like gas for her, The rest of us, we might put up a fight or whatever it might be, but she's just like, I'm crazy, just like that, Yeah, that's how it is. That's why we get along so well,
We're just all a flavor of a little bit
As
crazy.
you say
aren't
that, Issa walks by the open doorway, mumbling. What would you be mumbling, Issa?
Oh, we're going to the sound that's on a hot air balloon. It's like someone had a thought and then forgot to let it go.
See? Gesundheit. Yeah. Excuse you or something. Yeah, whatever.
What?
Oh, nothing.
we? We're your friends, Yessa.
So happy I was
Looking
mute
good,
for
yourself.
the last 3 minutes.
You hungry? Don't worry. We'll hit the hay
I
soon.
could eat, I guess. Are you making
Well.
something?
Well, I got this spice, and we got this meat that's like 2 years. Well, it could be 2 years, to be honest. There's some stuff in here. Don't pull up the floorboards. You don't want to look underneath there. I didn't know people ate it. Sorry,
I believe some of it gets thrown into a hole at the back of this room. I believe we discussed this during character creation,
Right. Yeah.
and feeds your ship a little bit.
Yeah, it feeds our ship.
Only the nasty stuff, though. I'll make
Yeah.
sure it's only the really bad stuff. I
All
like
the
it to smell the
gristle.
good stuff. Yeah. Now wait.
Apotheosis, you're standing at the back just watching this interaction happening.
I don't even
so-
know what he would say to that. Like all of that interaction, because I'm now thinking like, does Apotheosis like even dream? And now I have no idea.
Question for next week. You got a week to think about it.
Do
So
you
I've
sleep?
just given you a list of some
No,
of the
I
things
guess
on
that
the
answers
side
that.
chat here.
Yeah.
So while you
don't
think about
breathe, you
dreaming,
don't dream, you don't eat.
well,
I'm all efficiency.
Ironbound
feel
are
pain?
like
Nah,
human
Heck.
haunted ships walking around.
Guess not.
I'd make an excellent project manager. I don't sleep, I don't eat, I'm just efficient.
Can oversee that installation. Gotta move the med bay out, move the other thing in. Can oversee that for us.
Mhm. Yep, get into some KPIs and start yelling at people.
Oh God, keep your eyes.
Jesus.
I'm gonna give me nightmares now. Thanks.
This will suck them out, don't worry.
Thanks. I appreciate
Come
that.
right through the screen and grab them.
We get the sort of see-through tentacles pushing into the brain. Very Cthulhu.
Just like that one play I read about, where there's like this old nasty looking lady. She's got all sorts of black hair and such, She looks like she went for a swim, and she like climbs up out of a well or something, and then she climbs out the page at you. Rah! And it's crazy. She gets scared all the time. Yeah. Used to read it to the wee ones back in the old sanctum. Yeah, I did.
I love
Sounds-
that story. That's the lady with the hair.
The lady, exactly.
The
Yeah.
lady. I love that story.
Yeah. I didn't really care for the sequel, the man with the hair.
The lady
I just-
with more hair. Yeah.
That
no,
was
me
even
either.
better. But that wasn't a sequel, though. That was like, a relaunch, Like it was years later.
Oh,
Like, hey,
that makes
how do-
sense. That makes
Exactly. They just relaunched it, It was really
Sure.
good. I liked it a lot. It's different color hair, so that was, made it totally different experience.
It did.
Changed the language.
It really did. It did. Blonde. Who would have thought,
Okay. So Apotheosis, as you watch Killhook, Flippin' Pete, and Issa have this discussion about them being the normal ones, and also the lady with long hair and the lady with long blonde hair, and the terrible sequel, The Man with Long Hair, you look back towards the shelves of the such great height junction area, and you find, after digging around in kind of bins and barrels, you find there is rusting iron scrap. You find chain. Oh, that's a whisper. You find a whisper in there at the very bottom in a little glass jar as well. Not. It seems to say chain, sweet chain. You find a coil of rope. You find winch equipment. You find an abandoned drum, and a barrel of wine. If you want.
What kind of drum are we talking?
Boom, 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 boom.
No, yeah, but like, are we talking like steel barrel? Like, is this like wood barrel?
Bongos.
What would you find most useful? Are you hoping for steel?
Well, if something's gonna be detonating and exploding, I would think it needs to be pretty solid.
Okay, so you find it's got sort of a spotted skin that's been dried and pulled over top of it, and it appears to be a layering effect of a few metals kind of pulled together. So the barrel does appear to be metal, got rope, and it's got a little bit of skin. It does have some holes going through it where it appears to have like a long stick that comes around so that you can then put it, a stick with a bit of rope attached to it, so you can then put it and hang it from your neck and play it. It is probably about a foot tall and has a radius of just a half-foot radius, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think Apotheosis would see the potential in that and try to barter for it. So he's just going to look around and see if there's somebody hanging out by the shelves.
Yeah, so you turn and you see the same sort of person that had been helping Flippyn earlier. The Chelicrae covered in advertisements. She's got these googly goggles on. She seems to be shoving some other resources up into high shelves. And you kind of go over to her and pull the drum out. Yes, what were you trading for this?
Well, I have some plasm, and he'll, hold up his glowing plasm specimen.
Oh. Yep, we could do that in some of the ships over there. Gone with the Marauder drum? Yes, absolutely. We'll swap it 1 for 1.
Perfect. Have you seen, what? Chazaric, was that also a Chelicrae?
Yes. Chazaric was a Chelicrae. Yes.
Okay. Does a person named Chazaric happen to come through this port time to time?
Oh, certainly. He likes to use the smokehouse up near the top. And she points out this sort of, where the other one had been that skull of the Leviathan Badger. This one appears to be a building that is covered in these tarps that have been tarred, and it appears like they've got stone slabs that have been shoved on the outside of it and is being held together by some glue, and the bottom section appears to be elevated. And so the smoke is coming out from below and going straight up. Yes, think he's been seen at the smokehouse recently, actually. Him and one of his friends.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna head that way. And I'll just wander off.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for the trade. And she'll, like, jiggle the plasma a little bit, sloshing it around. But yeah, you head up straight to this smokehouse. It is called High on Fumes. And you kind of have to pull this stone and tarp out of the way just to get into the building. It's a little rougher than the one in Three Masks. This one is clearly really, like, people don't want easy access, especially since they are on a balloon. And there is a discoloration in the sky above it. Clearly there's a chemical that is being produced by the balloon itself that is affecting the air, as well as perhaps the smokehouse in here. But you enter it, you get hit with almost a wave of, like, you get the herbal sense of a herbal cigarette smoke. You get a little bit of, like, oh, that's some of the green leaf. And you smell maybe a little bit of opioids as well.
one chooses to smell as a Ironbound.
Ah, fair enough. It's up to you if you'd like to smell. No nose. Who dis?
Yeah. Okay, then he will, I'm assuming, recognize Chazarick upon seeing them, since it has been that long.
Yeah, so you enter and you look for Chazarick. You remember him being in like these fine silks, and you see that he's got sort of his face towards you and towards the doorway, and he's leaning over this opioid sort of pipe, and then there's another person with their back to you, with this sort of long blue jacket, wild orange hair, and they seem to be leaning in and like bartering with Chazarick as well. And Chazarick seems to be arrogantly kind of just leaning back and enjoying clearly having power in this conversation.
Apotheosis being just not socially graceful, we'll just lumber up and just be like, hey again, do you have that thing ready for my ship?
Oh, good to see you again, Apotheosis. Yes, you will see here I have a person who has just had a bit of a circumstance, lost his ship, and has such a device that is very cheap. And you look and you recognize the captain of the Jacobone Marauders, Captain forenamed Jackal, last name Bone. He is missing his drum.
Luckily, that's behind my back right now. I feel like Apotheosis would kind of, because we kicked his ass. Well,
You did.
His ass.
He looks, icy blue eyes, scowls at you, his sort of tan skin weathered from sun and sailing.
Okay, so then
But he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, he'll rub some salt in the wound, but act like he doesn't know. But he's just gonna say very loudly, but he's acting like he doesn't know. Oh, I'm sorry about your circumcision, because Chazarin said circumstances, and
Yeah.
it just works too well. I hope you have good luck with that. And he'll turn back to Chazarick. So, how do we do this for the? Yeah, the thing.
Yes. So I'm willing to take 2 of your resources and he leans down and grabs this metal contraption. It appears to be, for us in modern times, a massive, like a 1930s style, sort of needle with the swirly end that you would push and pump the liquid in, but it's massive. It's to hold it would be just like another half foot in diameter and probably 2 foot long. Just this massive pump on the end of it. But instead of like a glass container, it is just the metal wiring around the outside. And Chazarick will hold it up to you and go, so whomever holds this is going to pump it into the heart. It gives an adrenaline. You get to move 2 pips faster, and it only costs you a memory. The heart will consume it, and it will go.
A memory like something I remember from before?
Yes. It depends on sort of the emotions of the circumstances behind which you start to inject the heart with this, but it works a little bit on wild magic. So it requires its fuel, which is a memory from your past.
So if I'm afraid, I would just pump fear into it, and then I'd forget what I'm afraid of?
Something like that. I think more like you're
That's
afraid
broken.
and you
I'll take
remember being scared as a child and you lose that memory. The fear of the present moment remains.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. You said 2
excellent.
things?
2 things, please.
Okay, you can have this chart, because I think Issa's too busy staring at the dots in the sky. And then there's this whisper that I've never used.
Excellent.
Back to
And
the
pulls
future.
out like a little glass vial. Just spit it into here.
I don't spit. How would he give up a memory? I'm just gonna like break off a splinter from his armor and just like shove it in the tube. Good enough.
Oh yes, I hear it now. And you lose that whisper from your head. It no longer is the parasite. And you can almost see that little sliver starts to smoke and becomes translucent in the jar that he's holding.
Perfect.
Here you are. And now you've got this, we'll call it sort of the memory adrenaline injector. Something. I'm good at names.
Yep.
So Captain Jackal of the Jackalbone Marauders then turns to look at you. I'm really good at names. You can tell when I've come up with a name for a thing.
We'll call it MAI.
And he'll kind of like...
Pretty soon we'll be MIA with it.
MIA for short. And he'll just like spit a little bit into the opium area. Not quite at you, but clearly like the intent was there to be a little bit disrespectful. And he goes, might you have the same misfortune that my ship did, and the sea swallow you whole? You got your
I
item.
hope your
It was
circumcision heals. And he'll walk out.
And he'll kind of grumble. All right, you leave the smokehouse.
I'm just gonna run down the road, like holding the syringe as a giant battering ram, so that people get out of my way faster. Because that seems like something Apotheosis would do.
People absolutely jump out of the way. Flippyn, Killhook, Issa, you guys are kind of around the junction, and you see Apotheosis running with a giant needle down towards you.
What is that? What is that? What?
It kickstarts the heart, so we'll be like, whoa, yeah, and we'll fly down the sea.
Wait, do you have a heart?
The ship does. I asked for this. How long have we been gone for? Weeks?
No, just a couple of days. So you guys sailed from Three Masks to the Hanging Manor, and I think that only took you a day and a half to 2 days. You got a little bit lost, but not that long, and then it was another day out to Port Frizo, so it's only been like 3 days.
Oh, I ordered this like 3 days ago, but I couldn't get next day shipping, so that's why we're getting it now. But it should make the ship go a lot faster. I also got a drum, and I saw Jack of the Bone People. He's not doing good.
Well, he deserves it, because he's a bad man.
That's true, and I told everyone he's circumcised.
What a loser. What does that mean?
I don't know. I saw it in one of the books in the library.
It sounds hilarious, though.
I think that
Killhook reaches to his head, by the way, because like parts, like, because you know it's sort of phallic, and there's like a big chunk of it missing. Hey, there's nothing to make fun of, all right?
I don't know what it means.
Sometimes it happens, and the person don't even have a choice in the matter. Okay, you know, all right.
I just heard circumstance, so but I thought it sounded funnier when I was say circumcision.
Oh, right. Yeah, me too. Right. So that needle is going to hurt when we stab it into the heart, right? It's gonna
but apparently we could really, like, offload a bunch of trauma into the ship and just, we would never be bothered by anything again. Like, if I'm afraid of something and we need to go faster, I could just forget what I was afraid of as a child and become stronger.
You
get afraid of it?
Yeah, I don't like heights.
Oh.
You were a child? What were you, like
At
a
one
tiny
point.
little, like, tugboat? You just float around in a bathtub or something?
I started off as one of the things on the ship's wheel. I don't know what you call the pegs on the end of the wheel. We're gonna call it a peg, though.
I mean, that's probably the right word, but you said peg 70 times. It sounds kind of awkward now, you know?
Yeah. I grew from a nice peg.
Yeah.
So you're like a pegling.
Huh? Yeah.
All right. So you grew from a peg leg into what you are now. I think we all learned something today. About
I learned that we can
Ironbound.
go 2 pips faster. I don't know what that means with speed, but it sounds
2 dice.
fast. Well, no, I know that,
Yeah.
but
Oh, sorry.
Pip sounds
I
kinda
took you
fast,
seriously.
yeah.
Sorry.
Apotheosis doesn't measure speed in pips. It's just how fast is the wind blowing through.
Oh, I guess it would be 2 knots faster in ship terms.
Oh, there we go. Now Apotheosis is on board.
I remember.
Mhm.
Mm.
So literally the amount of knots that they let loose in a ship, which I think is crazy that is the technology for it.
Wow,
I actually just learned something new as out of character.
that is something I did not know.
That's what the knots of speed. It's like a measurement of distance between knots on a string, and they let loose, and however many knots in a certain amount of time is like their speed.
We must be up to a crazy amount now.
Yeah, you made a fast ship with a lot of flexibility, so you can go up
Oh no, I
and down
mean
pretty.
in the real world with modern technology. I mean,
Oh, I took you seriously again. I think ships are still pretty bloody slow.
We got a fast as fuck.
All
ship,
right.
though.
I've given everybody opportunity. Killhook, is there anything you would like to trade or look for your character in this port before we move on?
Yeah. Okay, so he, first of all, just to give flavor to an aspect that he has acquired, when Flippin' Piite came and offered him the tea, he found Killhook having, taken some of the pinwolf hide that he had and some of the scorpion carapace and some of the binding glue, and he pieced together his own set of armors, So he's walking around, all over the ship and off into the port, and he's got leathers and carapaces from beetles and scorpions, and they're all clacking around and such. And so all cuts the armor now. And
Very nice.
and so as he's kind of doing almost like a Conor McGregor walk, but less of an asshole, he's trying to trade some of what's left of his specimens, and he's looking specifically for either charts or whispers about Leviathan sightings.
Ooh, okay. Let me double check for Leviathan. So you can definitely find the argument, which is the Kartoika, which I'm going to say differently every single time, and bookshop has charts and books, and you see behind the counter this shelf filled with little glass jars that would contain the whispers. Yes. For Leviathans, let me see here. There is, I would give you, sorry. I should have asked before.
I'll apologize.
Speculative planets, a broken lens, iron telescope. There is one that is, there's 2 whispers, not necessarily strictly Leviathans, but one is to and fro and right back at you, which you might be able to use. And there is a whisper here that is, eat to learn.
That one lets you eat books to gain knowledge. That's more effective than reading them.
Oh, yeah, I can't stand reading them. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. Not because, I don't like reading, but the font's just so small, Make the font bigger, I'm getting older.
Yeah, so of those options, which of those sounds like they would be more useful in tracking down, I don't know, like a Leviathan breeding ground or hunting ground or something like that?
Ooh, sorry. Here's one that I just found that I missed earlier because it was in the middle. Belly of the Beast.
Oh, there we go.
There we
That
go.
sounds like it. Okay.
So at this shop, he's got his pristine, flexible tongue, and he's like demonstrating all the different ways it can be used. Okay, so he's like, okay, now see how long this thing is. Right, it's super flexible. You can do whatever you want.
Oh,
with
yes.
it. Yeah. So like, you can like bend it around your neck if your neck's feeling cold. You know, you can like reach back and smash someone with it if you want to smash someone with it. You know, you can do that. You can like use it with a slingshot. You can just pull back on it really fast, like a cannon. Yeah, it's kind of like a cannon, and it honestly just look at like the condition it's in. You know, there's not a speck on it.
Yes.
It is really good condition. You know, normally when I rip these out, you know, they're not as in good a shape. You know, and they're usually lots of like weird little sores and specks on them and things like that because they've been eating, you know, feces and licking their own asses and such.
Yeah,
but this time around, this one probably has some good hygiene, you know? And so look at it. It's like you can eat off of it, really. Honestly. Like you could. Like I'm not gonna, because like I'm giving it to you, but you know.
Necessarily. It's a good point, but I wouldn't necessarily do that. But yes, I see you. Maybe you would eat off of such a thing, yes.
Yeah, I mean, but I would eat off the ground in like mud and such.
Yes,
So
I
I'm
can
really
tell.
not the barometer, you know, for judging that. So
Do you want to roll me some sort of persuasion? Do you have any brass tongue?
brass tongue?
Yes.
Like that's like, is that the language?
A language.
Is that what-
Sorry, yes. The language of brass
no.
tongue. All right,
I
not a
don't.
problem. I was going to give you some bonuses if you did. If anybody would like, does anybody have brass tongue in the party that might give him a helping die? If not, will Killhook please give me a persuasion, like a build of persuasion that if you roll well, maybe we can do 2 whispers for 1 item.
I got
Okay.
I got the brass tongue.
Oh, all right. Flippin' Pete, do you have 1 pip or 2 pips in brass tongue?
I have 1 pip.
Okay, 1 extra die. My God, 1 extra die if Flippin' Pete comes and gives you a hand here.
Okay. I'm going to tap into Grace for my edge because
sense.
it's elegance. As everyone knows, Killhook is very elegant. Then I think I'm going to try to sense like her needs and react to what she needs. You know, I'm going to listen, you know, like I'm not going to do all the talk. I want to listen, you know, sometimes it's best to just listen, you know, and I don't think I have any resources that are going to be particularly useful. So yeah. Okay. So I get.
Yeah, and Flippin', what do you say in brass tongue to help out Killhook here?
Hey man, this guy's a good guy. It's a good deal. You should just help a brother out, man.
Killhook, you have no idea what he said, but you get an extra die.
All right. Here we go. Oh, that's a terrible roll. I did an awful roll. I did a Derek. Oh, goodness gracious.
got
So
my
for
drink.
the audience,
Yeah, that's a
is
disaster with a
1,
twist.
2, 3, 3, 3. Okay. The store clerk seems a little bit insulted. First by like Flippin' suggesting you're a good guy when you're providing this clearly misused specimen. Oh no! I cannot take it. No.
Well, you can't take it. We had a date. What are you talking about?
No.
Oh, don't. What,
I'm
you
sorry.
don't- you don't like
Closing
Tom's?
time. Closing time.
Closing time is still bright out. What are you talking about?
Siesta time. I have to close for siesta.
You have to close for. Okay, but you'll be open afterwards, right? Or we can like talk it then.
Oh, yes. Clearly lying. Of course, I will be open later. Yes, for you. Of course. But for now, you must go out of my
Okay.
shop with that item.
Okay, as she's like shoving him, like you like all the parts of the animal. I got other parts, you know. I got legs and arms, anuses, whatever you need.
Have
I
a good
don't
day,
judge.
sir. Come again,
Oh,
but don't. Zoom. Shutters go down.
Hey, what did you say to her? What was that about?
I just said that you're a good guy, man. Like,
Good
look
God.
at you. Yeah.
What?
And it's a
What
good
does that
deal.
mean in whatever that language was? What?
And, you know, you're like a fun guy.
Funga. You son of a... Yeah. You know, I find that insulting, you know, fungi. That's really nice, you know. It's okay if I say it, but it's not okay if you say it. Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
It's insulting. Imagine if there were a gal walking around right now. They'd look at you and think what they think of you right now. Man.
I hope that they think good of me. Like I'm a fun dude.
It's okay. You can make it up to me. It's fine. It's all right. I know you didn't mean to blow the deal. It's all right.
All right. How can I make it up to you?
Give me them googlies.
Oh,
What are you talking about?
The googlies that you don't need to see. Everyone knows you don't need to see. Okay? It's an affectation. All right? It's all it is.
But they're my eyes. I need them to see.
Do you? Do you need them to see? Okay. 1 second. And I'm going to grab one of them and and I'm going to pull one behind my back a little bit. So I have it. And then I'm going to show a number of fingers to it. So only the pulled eye can see.
He's the reflection of the window behind him.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Issa and Apotheosis, you're also, you can be here and watching this. Flippin' Pete and Killhook, I have a fun idea. Why don't you both roll 1d6 and we'll see if you get the same number or not.
Oh my god, that'd be funny.
Okay. Man.
Oh, your
Well,
rolls are
close.
not good today.
No, they're not. Holy shit.
Oh!
Holy
That
shit.
was
Three.
a 3 by Killhook and a 3 by Flippin'
Yeah.
Pete.
3.
The dice have decided.
Maybe he does
Like-
see with him. Maybe it's psychosomatic.
Mate. Oh.
Please give me my eye
Well-
back.
All right. Take your eye back. All right, I'll apologize. Man knows when he's been, when he's made a mistake. I made a mistake. I'll apologize, We'll call it even, You screwed up my deal. I've misjudged you with your eye. I feel like even Steven, right?
Thank you. And since he's not in front of a mirror, he puts it on weird, so it's like it's like it's like that.
Oh no.
Never mind.
Why is everything tilted?
All
Because
right.
you're standing on a piece of trash.
Oh.
You kick
So-
like a little bit of slimy refuge away. So, with that, is there anything else that anybody would want to do or trade or have a scene with anybody else before we move on?
Do we have to do any specific activities to heal all the wounds or things that we took in the
No,
previous adventure? Okay.
But yes, but no. So at Port Friso in the docks, you do find a decontamination station where you guys can stand in them and it'll spray some sort of chemical mixed with water that removes the Krezerin spores. So your Krezerin count goes all the way back down to 0. And you can spend some time there, and there's like a little medical facility in the docks as well, because they're used to wild sailors coming through, and they'll help not necessarily everybody needs repairs on their aspect that are related to some sort of injury, but maybe somebody has like a bit of wood that they go and grab and they shove it up into they help Apotheosis rebuild his
I've
leg
been
so he
pegged
has his
enough.
Titan form again. Nope, I'm sorry. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't say that. Didn't say it. And the port has a bunch of people there that help wild sailors because it's a trade area and this is a very popular port to help rebuild all aspects that you took damage to during your last adventure so that you will be completely healed for our next adventure. So normally we would do more scenes, but I'm just saying, yes, we're just going to help. You're getting a long rest here and you get to recoup. All right. As you head out from this port into sort of the wild sea again, the sort of the land and the horizon opening in front of you, and you get that sense of adventure that draws you out here, that brings you from one mystery to another. Maybe it is just taking a package to another area or delivering letters, but right now you're bound by nothing, completely free, and just following this new mystery of a radio signal. And sailors tell stories of sundown and night, of copper and coal, of orch fruit and spider husks, orange and black, again and again, a pattern, an absence, something beautiful, dangerous, and lost. This radio keeps talking about that you in your brain, like it's like a healing scab that is just dried on the outside and still a little moist in the center. But there's a chant in Sparkek that you can remember a little bit for anybody that speaks that refers to a toothed beast of stripes and stalking, a knock analogy of pouncing and predators. There's a tree shanty that Issa knows a little bit of in Lyrebite that names a beast nobody can quite remember, and there's always just out of mental reach, this thing that you're looking for, that this radio, listening to it, is forcing you guys to think about and remember and realize. What was a tiger? What is a tiger? Where did they go? That they keep talking about it, but there's a blurriness there. Like if you ever knew what it was, it's been ripped from your brains. The Vomitorium's sort of mulcher suddenly sounds different as you've now been on the sea for several months and you hit some different patch of the wild sea, this verdant sea, and you realize it sounds like you're suddenly starting to hear it move faster. If it's easier for your lovely undead fish Leviathan, the vomit, to move faster. Looking over the side of the ship, you find that you're actually in an area of dark green leaves and sort of thin but strong branches, vibrant with life. Your ship, you realize, you must, looking around, have entered what is a lagoon in our world. A port or air, sorry, not a port, a sea section that is sort of more turquoisey green and much easier to travel through. Just the nature of the branches are strong and young. Assessing your surrounding, you see that there are a crowded sprawl of hybrid trees kind of around you, those dark green leaves punctuated with bursts of yellow and red, the colors of freshly budding pummico berries, gold, orange, and black flags on poles sticking out of the waves denote a nearby settlement that might otherwise be missed in this lagoon. A light dusting of clouds across the otherwise clear sky in front of you. To the side, a burst of static from your wideband radio picks up a bit of music, some shanty that Issa is able to pick up and start singing along to. Then the ship vibrates with the pulse of its oil-slick heart in tune with the beat of this music. You can almost feel it vibrating through the floorboards. After so many months traveling and following this signal, you've learned a few things. You know that the service refers to itself as Radio Free Will. and it plays a near constant stream of recorded music, interrupted only for updates on distant news and ramblings, genial stories from the broadcaster's host, his life, and it appears to be a man who identifies only as Mazenoi, Mazenoi. But more and more often, the broadcast is drowned in static, and there's nothing that anyone on the crew working on this wideband radio can fix or alter or change the positioning of an antenna for to get this signal back. It's almost like it's getting weaker even as you're seemingly traveling towards the source of it. Still further away, but close enough. Like, you're definitely within range of it in this lagoon looking around. This could be a good place. In the distance, the sort of thing that you've been following for the last week of travel is a giant mesa, a slab of stone that appears in the distance. You're pretty sure a port would be on this place. And it's been out for a while, so you're feeling the sea at this point in time, and a bit of land would be nice. Maybe a few more days travel, but it's this mesa, from what you can see, is a steep cliff of dark orange stone that's rising out of the thrash, a distant beacon that you've been using. Your rations have been growing thin, unless you've been actively hunting or harvesting, which you probably have been doing, but it gets tiresome to always have raw or uncooked foods when there could be a port nearby. So you are now in an unknown lagoon. Looking around you again, you see those posts that are sort of black and orange that are denoting some sort of nearby port. You've got this big stone in front of you that you have been heading towards, and you're pretty sure is also a port. And you're in maybe a lagoon for the first time. You smell a ton of the flamingo fruit has a warm and fresh smell to it. A spice of animal sweat is cutting through the night air as well as you travel in and down. And you can hear sort of the rustle of branches in the wind, the buzzing of insects, sort of flies eating and gathering around the overly ripe berries, and the sound of wind, which by night takes on sort of the quality that might almost described as a gentle purr on the air. Can somebody please roll me 2d6? Because we're going to see what's on the radio. Oh, radio free will right now. And there's a fun little chart, so I will let somebody. Oh, thank you. 6. Oh my God! What a waste of a roll.
Yeah, for real, man, for real.
Is that you, Derek, or is that you, Alex?
That was me.
That was not me.
Okay, I was gonna say if it was you, Derek, you and I have completely switched spots.
That would have been crazy. Freaky Friday.
So Flippin' Pete, as you just pat the wideband radio trying to get a signal, it's goes zzz, and then you hear Mazenoi humming to himself. Clearly he was just talking and there wasn't music playing as he is making what appears, you can hear, actually Flippin' Pete, this is your specialty. You're a steep. You can hear him brewing a drink. And maybe he's forgotten he's on air. But he's doing as he sings sort of almost to himself, and in a tune that you recognize is a Raka spit, for anybody that has that language, tune known as Be Careful What You Wish For, as he sort of seems to be sort of humming to himself and making maybe breakfast, as it is nighttime, but dawn is just coming in the soon hours of the day. Did anything in the description pique your interest as something to explore? There's things to harvest. There's a small bay or thing nearby that you can take a look at, or just continue on to what appears to be the mesa, the big port in this area.
I had something if nobody else did.
What?
So, Issa is... She's pretty convinced that, like, they kind of chose to come here, but they were called here, so they're here... They were pulled here by something, and it's very unsettling to her to not know where they are, so she'd like to use the newly installed telescope to
Yes.
look at the stars and basically create a chart of like a location of where we are.
Absolutely. That is a great idea. So you now have a navigation suite on board, which means this is absolutely something you can do. Roll me, what would you use to create a chart? What edge and aspect or skill would you use to?
I'm thinking delve for explore.
Sure, that sounds great. That makes perfect
And,
sense.
Sharps for logic
Yes. All right. So sharps and
or
delve. So
instinct. What do you like?
I'm happy to take either of them if you feel like Issa is more of an instinct chart creator
I
or
think
more of
it's
a logic.
instinct. I
Instinct?
think
Okay.
it's instinct. I think it's totally vibes.
Vibes, all right.
her.
Vibes chart. Nobody else can read them but Issa.
All
right.
4 and 5.
4 and 5. Oh, geez. Okay. So that is great. So you it's not like you're not getting a perfect tag because it's not a 6, but it is a solid chart. Let's call it... Oh, all right. I'll give you the name of the area. So we're going to call it the Pomingo Lagoon chart. Pomingko Lagoon chart. And that'll be under your charts. And it's a average chart. You got a 5. That's good.
Sweet. Sorry, man. Can you give me that spelling once again?
Yeah, I just posted it in the chat for you.
You're the
No
best,
problem.
Thank you.
So while you're traveling there, you guys can hear Issa sort of working away. You watch as the telescope moves around through like this little slit opening around the outside of the room that she's in, that she added to the ship. Anybody else doing anything or looking through for anything in this area?
So
Apotheosis, you don't want to try to harvest berries off the side of the ship?
I was about to say, I am curious about what can be harvested. Is it just
Yes.
berries, or is there any sort of scrap?
So unfortunately, yes, you're not in an area there's no reef in this area for you to pull scrap from. There does appear to be a lot of flamingo berry trees. Yeah, I'd say, Apotheosis, can you give me some sort of like a knowledge check? Let me think here, like a nature check. Do you have something that would give you nature knowledge? Or I'll take it from anybody if you don't think.
The only thing I would
spends
have...
most of her life talking to and listening to trees. So, if you'd like assistance.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the only, like, skills that I have tangential is delve for explore, and then scavenge for identify properties or collect.
I would definitely take delve. Yeah, I would say delve would work well. Sort of just like exploring ruins, identify the past. Yes, I would definitely take delve. This is something historic that I would be giving you.
Okay. And then I guess I would pair that with instinct.
Okay, sounds great.
4 and
Okay.
4.
So, looking at these berries, you're seeing, and I'm just going to give a picture to the Discord for anybody else that would like to see them. The Pomingo berries, you're looking at them, thinking about the harvesting them, thinking about the resource that they could provide for your ship. And you can absolutely go and grab some with a check. and you're looking at this striped pattern, this sort of gold and red striped pattern on them, and you're remembering maybe someone on your crew when you were a ship kind of dealt with a lot of fruits and bugs and maybe they were a char and did a lot of cooking, and you listened in and you remember them having pimento berries some like 50 years, 60 years, however old you are. They were red. They weren't striped. They were just red.
What color is Trezorin?
Oh, Krezerin is like this neon yellow. Usually it's like it's like pollen when you jump into a bunch of flowers and a bunch of yellow pollen comes up and sticks to you. This doesn't appear. Actually, looking around, there's not a lot of Krezerin in this lagoon area. This is the least amount of Krezerin you've just looking over the sides. Seems to be a really low amount.
Is it possible to taste test this fruit?
If you can harvest some, certainly.
I was going to say, how many do I get with what I did?
Oh, that was an information roll. I am happy to say you got a twist. So let's say the twist is as you kind of look out, you see an opportunity, reach out and you grab one. So it's not going to be a large, like we're not giving you a huge amount, like a resource amount, but there is one in your hand now. So if you guys would like to take a look at it.
Yeah.
Hey, Apotheosis, this looks like it's just enough for the 5 of us to have a taste test.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't eat, so the 3 of you? Wait, 5.
Wait. Who has a mouth?
Well, that's kind of a personal question. I technically do.
Hey, so can you taste this for us?
Wait, what is it?
I don't know. I picked it up off the
She
ground.
says, putting it into her mouth.
As you put it whole into your mouth, you're biting into like this thick rind on the outside of it. The husk is not easily torn. You might have to cut open the thing. It kind of reminds you, in our current world, this would be a reminder for the players, more like a pomegranate, we'll call it.
Oh.
Hey, Killhook, can you chop a berry open? Or is that too
Yeah,
tough?
Yeah.
she kind of pulls it out like, I can't get it.
I got a cleaver. So, yeah.
Is it a berry cleaver? I don't know if you need different cleavers for things.
I've got a lot of things. And he's just like pulling knife and stabby thing, saw thing. I think one of these will work. Give it here. Can he chop it open or anything?
Absolutely easy to cut. And you can. So when you took a bite of it, it was the husk was tart and had this like woody exterior. Popping it open, you guys see the sort of the center of it is I can't remember what the white bit would be called in like an orange or a pomegranate, where you don't eat it, but you see that there's a bunch of berries or seeds stuffed in here, and they're hard to get out, but yeah, it appears like a pomegranate. You can slowly pop them out one at a time, and maybe you'll get like a good handful of them to try.
Yeah, it looks like garlic stuffed into an onion.
Yeah. But tastes better. Unless you like garlic.
Love garlic.
Yeah,
It is a
reminding
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you kind of grab these seeds and try to eat one of those, it's a burst of sweetness and sort of this juicy flavor, like you just had a pomegranate kind of thing.
Ooh, these are really good. Do you have any more Apotheosis?
No.
Oh, these are really good.
Okay.
Somebody can try a harvest action. There, you could absolutely. Apotheosis might not want
Is
to.
it?
No, he
because
will.
of-
Okay.
He just loves being awkward. So like he'll stare at
Okay.
Issa for like 5 whole seconds, and then he'll just lumber to the side of the ship. Actually, we have a crane, don't we? I'll just use that.
You do.
And
Good memory.
and I think it's particularly great because Issa has no concept of awkwardness, so she's just like licking her fingers and just like humming to herself, and just it doesn't matter that you were just standing there.
Yeah, you hum to yourself, and the radio host seems to realize that he's on air, stops humming to himself, and maybe you had picked up that tune, and you hear like the static as a song of mourning for striped beasts starts to come on the air. And it's almost a bit of melancholy that kind of sits in your chest. But yes, you can absolutely, Apotheosis, give me a, how would you harvest these berries?
It's a good question.
Is it possible to give him a helping hand? Because I also have...
Absolutely, yeah. You can give him like some sort of dice action. How would you be helping him? What skill or whatever?
Oh, there's an actual harvest skill. Wait, do you have the
Yes.
harvest skill, Pete?
Yeah, I have a harvest skill.
Oh,
But
okay.
I only have 1 pip in it, though.
I have 0.
Oh, okay.
So, like, Apotheosis will just, like, start standing on the claw of the crane, thinking, like, oh, you just stand on this and lower yourself in. And then looks at Pete, like, am I doing it right, Dad?
You're doing great. Am I supposed to call you, nephew or something? Is that the proper term?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, you're doing great, nephew.
Maybe you want to show me how to do this, because there's, like, these berries are moving kind of quick. Also,
Oh, yeah.
what does the crane add for rolls? I know we have it as an addition.
Yes. So you guys have a winch claw, a tool to aid in close range encounters rather than a weapon in its own right. So it's a sort of a close range grabber. And you can use that, or there is you also have a cargo crane, which would just be like a large crane that would help you pick up things from the docks to pull on your ship, or vice versa. So it would be you could use it to lower yourself down into the wild sea for sure.
Okay.
Or you can convince Flippin' Pete to actually go and do that to harvest with his 1 harvest point.
Yeah, I mean, I can assist with, like, I would say, like, maybe bracing. Like, if I operate the crane and just provide stability for him so that he could just focus on the harvest, we could combine it that way.
Absolutely. I would give a 2 dice for that. That sounds like a great action.
Sweet. So, roll 2 dice?
No. Your normal harvesting roll, and then an additional 2 dice from Apotheosis helping you with his brace and the crane.
Oh, sweet. So 3 dice in total.
You should have an edge.
Oh, yeah.
You're-
My edge. I'm gonna use
skill
tides.
bonus.
Yeah, edge skill bonus, right? So I'm gonna use tides because I've learned the proper techniques to harvest, and then I'm gonna use the actual harvest skills to put those skills to put what I've learned into practice.
Okay.
So, and then getting the help with the crane, that's an extra 2, so that's 4 in total. Let's do this. Come on. Oh, conflict with the twist.
Okay. So for the audience, that is 5-5-1-1. All right. So conflict with the twist. You guys think of the twist. So Flippin' Pete, Apotheosis grabs a crane, starts to sort of brace himself and lug the handles that allow it to, like a UFO claw, go up and down into the sea as you guys are still moving. Nobody's dropped anchor yet. And you kind of come and are near sort of the top thresh of the sea. Just leaves, there's beautiful turquoise leaves flying by you. And Luckily, the Trezorin is very low in this area, so you're not getting affected by that. And you kind of like look over and see, maybe you scoop a hand out and just kind of grab it while holding on to the claw, and you grab just fill it up with a bunch of berries. Or do you have a bag? How would Flippin' Piite collect them from this position?
I would say you would have like a harvest bag, right? And then he's just like kind of like quickly like choosing out the ripest ones. You know, he's just like quickly assessing.
Okay.
He's just like plop, plop, plop. You know.
All right. So let's say you can add the specimen resource of fresh flamenco berries. Let's say you'll have like 5 days, which is probably longer than you'll be here, before they go bad, just as a timer. So 5 pips on them, or 5 days.
Okay, cool. Resource specimen.
Fresh flamenco berries.
Flamenco berry.
As a specimen.
Pips.
All right.
/days.
And then you're able to pull up. And Issa, you see Flippin' Piite has a good bundle of fresh flamenco berries, which, you know, you can try to convince him to give you some if you would like.
Did we figure
A
out the
night
twist?
later, and
Oh yeah,
it just got it.
the twist.
Oh, yes.
I have an
What?
idea for the twist if we don't have any other ideas.
What's your twist?
I was going to say maybe we get like a rare bug of some kind that could be useful to us that was eating one of the berries as like a little bonus.
Ooh.
Sure. So yeah, there were a buzzing of flies that were eating the overripe. Let me see here. Buzzing of insects. Flies. Okay, it doesn't say them. So we'll just say you grab sort of a beetle with an iridescent back that just happens to be like chomping on one of your pimenco berries. Insects, again, they're your protein source. A lot of people just straight up eat them. So let's say you've got like just one iridescent beetle. You could keep it as a pet, or you can cook it up later.
Ooh,
Maybe
okay.
use it as an ingredient.
Interesting. Well, anyways, here's some pimenco berries.
Mm-hmm. All
He's
right.
gonna just hand it over.
Oh, you're giving... Okay, so Issa or Apotheosis or Killhook, who are you giving those to?
I am giving Yissa the berries, and then I'm gonna give Killhook the iridescent beetle, because he's the one that makes the most sense.
Ooh.
Okay. So you guys can add those into your specimens.
Okay.
It's living.
So as you guys are just bombing along here, you got some of those bayports, still heading towards the mesa. You grabbed some berries. You got this beetle. Killhook, you haven't had an opportunity to do anything. Can you give me a sort of a perception check here?
Sure. Yeah, he was just gonna look for dangers and stuff.
Oh, excellent.
but-
That's perfect, because there's a danger coming, and I need you to find it.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So I was gonna do instinct.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do a little sense action, probably. So I'll probably do those two. Then, I don't think I have anything actually in my aspects. It'll tick on this. So yeah, just those two. All right.
Okay. Give her a roll.
That's
Okay.
better. 5.
Yeah.
Confident.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2. So with a 5, you kind of see the crew in front of you harvesting these berries and or working on star charts, and something kind of sticks up. Maybe some of the follicles in the back of your neck start to stick up, and you have a sense that something is quieter than it should be, and you look up and you see a shadow of something, thinking maybe it's a leviathan. No, it is you realize a ship, you're coming up on a ship, and if you guys don't slow down soon, you're probably going to ram into it. It appears to be on the Verdant Sea, not moving. You can see like a little bit of motion here or there, but it's pretty quiet in this area. Like something just happened, a lot of action, and this is like the calm afterwards.
So he'll just call out like, "Reverse fall! We're gonna hit something here, and not in a fun way. Hey, someone, who the hell? Hello, anyone? Quit with the frickin' fruit! Get that! And he just starts shouting orders like, maniac.
His Flippin' Piece, he
Can I-
has hands full of fruit, and he's going, "Oh my god, my fruit!"
My fruit, my cabbages. Does anybody react to Kill Hook? Is anyone
Yeah,
going to grab the...
I'd
Yep.
like to take the wheel and follow his orders.
I'll just drop the anchor.
Yeah, okay, great. So let's do this as a 2 rolls. Issa, you're going to grab the wheel and try to like pull out of the way. Apotheosis, you drop anchor. I think there's no roll required for the Vomitorium. Just quickly checking the vomits. Stats. Yeah, anchor system would work. I'm going to say just because the Apotheosis mentioned the anchor system, I'm not going to have you roll for the tilt. Yeah, actually, no, let's do this, because it's fun to roll things. So Issa, if you want to roll me the tilt, which is 4 dice for the Vomitorium to pull it out of the way, and Apotheosis, I'm going to actually say roll me speed, and it's going to be 3 speed to like just stop it dead with the anchor system. And this is going to, this should work. One of these, we'll see which one
Like
like
I
hits
say,
first.
reverseful. And Issa goes and gets on the wheel to turn, and Apotheosis drops the anchor. We really need to discuss proper procedures on this ship. I'm just gonna say it.
All right.
I'm reversing
5,
the length of
4,
the
3.
anchor.
So
It's up and now it's down.
Apotheosis, as you say that, and Killhook says that, you, Apotheosis, grab the sort of the pin that holds the anchor up, pull it out so that it just starts to fall into the ocean below, or the sea below, the lagoon, actually. You've got 661, so that is a triumph with a twist. I'm happy to hear what twist, but for now, the triumph, that anchor goes straight down. Issa, what did you get, Issa, on your tilt?
6, 5, 4, 3.
You guys both got 6s. Great. So you're able to maneuver it, and the anchor drops, and you guys, instead of crashing into it, perfectly stop yourselves. So there's maybe like a foot in between your 2 ships, and you can see over into this other ship easily. They're another small ship, and you are there's no danger to crossing the sea over into the other ship. You see on the ship, there's a bunch of chelicrae covered in, clearly people kind of in wrapped fabrics, or one of them appears to have been wearing a body, but they're unmoving on the ground. It appears to have been a chelicrae wearing some sort of ardent skin. And there is just general chaos, and you can see they're maybe frightened or panicked. They seem like shaking and holding up weapons as if they're expecting an attack, but also like there's 5 of them in total. One of the 5 is dead. And 2 of them appear to be like almost just bowing down, like, take what you want. We're not here for a fight. And then 2 of them are like shaking and holding like a dulled knife at best, like a letter opener. Does anybody have a good idea for a twist?
Killhook is actually more impressed with the anchor drop instead of the reverse, and admits it's the superior plan. That's the twist.
Are
Can
you
we
telling my
affect each
character what
other?
to think, Derek? How dare you?
Only if Jeff is okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just a
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to do it. Like, you know, it's fine. But like,
Is reverse not anchor status like up or down?
I mean, look, you know, it's not the way I would have done it, but hey, it worked, you know. So, yeah, I don't know what the hell Issa was doing. Did you see that? She's like, you know, turning left and right. Like, you know,
Maybe the berries are hallucinogenic.
right? That's that's definitely. Yep, that's it. Anyhow, so these people like bowing down, like they're afraid of us. Like it looks like they're afraid of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it
So-
looks like they're just if they were something with skin with pigment, they would be ashen white, absolutely
Okay.
terrified right now.
So Killhook in his getup of dead various specimens, and he's still got his cleaver in his hand that is smothered with the berry color of that. He's gonna come to the gunnel and he's just gonna call out, "Hey, how's it going? Wait, come in peace. You all right over there? Hey, yeah, I'm talking to you. Hey."
I'm sorry. Please don't attack us again. Are you with the other one?
We didn't attack you, though. We stopped. Like, we could have run over you, but we didn't, you know? I said reverse full heat, like the anchor. Both options would have worked. It's fine. But, you know, we didn't attack you.
We just got
Is
rammed.
behind him, just weeping.
They're
She's high
confused
right
by this
now, don't
image.
worry. Yeah. We didn't attack you. Who attacked you? What other one? What are you talking about?
We were, and they kind of like the person you're talking, the cello cray you were talking to, it just kind of normal fabrics like cottons and jean material, clearly not that well to do, just a standard wild sailor garb. They're speaking in low sour. They look towards the dead cello cray. They're a word bearer. They were a word bearer. We were killed. They were killed. We survived. It was the queen, the never sheathed claws. We're not from. She's like a pirate in this area. She rammed our ship. And they point over the other side of the ship from you, and you can quickly realize there's a massive hole in their hull, like something, whatever ship this never sheathed claw is, it rammed into their ship and then boarded.
You all like capable? Like are you going down? Like, are you functional over there? Engines working?
No, we're not going down yet, but we have to repair before we can move. My brain is empty. They took all of the words out of my brain, the whispers that you collect, and they took so much of our inventory. They said sorry afterwards. It was so weird.
So the
Canadian.
Yeah. High five.
Sir, why?
Oh, goodness.
I am not Canadians
proud of
too.
yourselves?
I just
We
verbalize.
really are.
Fuckers.
Did I refer to this ship as a
Of course
boot?
they are.
That's
Fucking
it.
look at them.
I know.
They're so pleased for themselves.
They're so fucking
It's
pleased.
straight
Fair
there.
enough.
Yeah. It was nice. We both nailed it. The exact same time. It was perfect. Right. Okay. Getting back to character. Hey,
They called.
Okay,
They called their our word bearer's death an unfortunate accident. They were our captain. We had an important package to deliver.
I hear you. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now. All right? Calm down. Okay, don't worry. I'm Killhook. This is Issa. That's Piite over there with the googlies. That's Apotheosis. We're going to help you out of this. All right, we can help you. No problem.
Yeah? Okay,
Sorry about
okay.
your friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what? One of first things first, we get you fixed up. And is there a port around here? Something there's look like ports over there. Maybe we can get you over there, get you all fixed up.
Yeah, if you can get us to the Mesa, they've got a winch system to pull the ships up. They do an inspection, but yeah, there's tons. There's a big city up there. They actually have farming. It's crazy. We just left, but we can go. We have to go back. We needed this.
Okay.
And they kind of like look next to the word bearer, and there's this sort of silk covered box next to them. Nez-chan, the word bearer, they're the only ones that knew where the package was supposed to go. Do you guys have word bearers with you?
Yeah, they're books.
No, we don't call them that, you know. We don't call them that per se. Listen, why don't we just take care of one thing at a time, you know?
Oh yeah.
We'll worry about yeah. We can give you a tug.
Yes. Yeah, that would work. We're not the Verdant Sea isn't water, so we don't fill with water, and it's not a problem. So if you can pull us, that would be great.
Well, I asked you, like, you know, like, is your engine working? So, like, if your engine's not working, then you can't propulse yourself, you know? So then we would need to tug you. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, that kind of tug. I got really nervous for a minute.
It's not about, like, you said you weren't sick, which is great. But, like, if you ain't moving, that means you're just kind of stuck here unless they come back. But, hey, if you don't want to tug, we'll see you later, you know?
Please.
All right, everybody, let's just go around.
No, please. We would really appreciate
smart
it.
ass over here. Yeah.
We just need to do a little funeral, right? I'm Kazil Seven Eyes is my name.
What happened to your eighth
Does he
one?
have 7 eyes? Counting eyes.
She does appear to have 7 eyes. You see the last one has a little tiny eye patch over it. She is a rotund. Her spider used an old. Her body is of an old timey barrel where she's stuck like some silken limbs sticking out of it here and there, like a little bauble for the head and little arms sticking out and little legs. But her main torso appears to be an old timey barrel. I'm Kazil Seven Eyes. I just if you don't mind, before we have a tug, I'm gonna regret saying that later.
It's literally called a frickin' tugboat, you degenerates.
I dropped the anchor.
I dropped the anchor. We would, and you can see like she's trying to be cheerful in the face of this, like whatever trauma they just experienced.
You could power our ship with that.
You could.
If you want to get rid of it, I think you can like vomit your memories into our Leviathan anus. But we can talk about that later.
But yeah, if you can give us a lift, and she'll motion to like the 3 other remaining alive Chelicrae, and just give us a moment for our funeral. We would greatly appreciate just being pulled all the way to the Mesa.
Sure. Yeah,
It's,
already offered that. Yeah, we'll tell you.
Isera
No
Mesa.
Okay. And that's like a friendly place, you know? You said like farming, and they can like...
Farming? Mining even.
Mining?
Both are very, very rare in the wild sea. There's like
Mining
only the
isn't building
mountaintops are
mines?
high enough and deep enough that you can normally mine, and farming is almost unheard of because you need so much land for it.
Would mining be so rare that like some people would genuinely think you're talking about like building explosive mines to damage ships?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so that's what Apotheosis is going to take that as.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Killhook's just going to assume farms mean like what was going on at the other place where all the Gao were working on. Like,
Yeah,
sport farms.
absolutely.
So he's like not impressed. Like, okay, yeah, mining. Okay, that's interesting. All right, let's go. We got. So would it be better to just like grab them with the crane and like bring them with us, or okay?
Yeah, the Vomitorium, you can definitely use the crane. You also have, you have a workshop if you want to jimmy something up together, but I think your winch claw and your crane are your two main sources of grabbing and pulling.
So I was thinking winch club, but like if it's that and the crane, then use the crane.
Yeah.
Crane seems appropriate.
Yeah. I will say we'll do a saw roll because you've got the added weight and you're trying to cut through the lagoon. But to set this up a little bit better, you guys watch as Kazil, they and the other crew of this ship, and they'll tell you that the name of the ship is the Weaver's Half Dozen. Which doesn't make sense because there's only 5 of them, unless the Weaver is like 10. Is that a full dozen in a Weaver's? Anyway, side tangents aside, they wrap this word bearer Chelicrae in sort of fabrics as if it were on a normal alive Chelicrae, but the limbs pressed together, and they all sort of do a chant and knock before they sort of tilt the body and let it fall into the Verdant Sea. A traditional, though slightly Chelicrae version of a funeral rite that you've seen many times before. To most sailors in the Wild Sea, this is the end that they would expect to be tilted over and into the sea as their final resting spot.
What were some of the words they said? I speak knock.
Oh, you speak not? They're probably doing things like, might all their swarm be reincarnated at another time so that they may continue to thrive in the Verdant Sea? Might we see their 1,000 eyes unblinking once more? Might their spidery hands in the next life continue to weave many webs?
Gotcha.
Yeah, spider stuff. And then Kazil will kind of give you guys the nod and say, "We appreciate your time. Please, we're ready." So if somebody would like to give me your saw roll for the Vomitorium, it's 3 dice, and we'll see how well you can pull this ship along. The Weaver's Half Dozen.
Alex, you've had the hot hand tonight.
Okay.
Could we also
Control
give
double
ourselves a bonus by using their memory of this awful event to speed boost?
You said speed, right? We have.
I said saw, so not
saw.
speed in this instance. That being said, this sort of scene, I will say, having listened to that sort of melancholy song earlier, and then this sort of tragic death and funeral rites, I would like all of you guys to mark 1 mire for having witnessed sort of this dour event. One sort of thing of your choice. Oh my God. Okay, Flippin.
Triumph.
You still got that 6 with 2 3s. So with a twist. And yeah, you guys use, Issa grabs the winch claw, Flippin, you grab the crane, you guys hook it into the, Weaver's Half Dozen, and you start pulling it towards the mesa. Easily done with this sort of, green, lush lagoon, the flags denoting another bay, but not necessarily one where there is a good amount of ability to repair a ship. This, where you're going, is the biggest port in the zone. You easily kind of pull out of the lagoon back into the sort of the standard wild sea a little bit before hitting a few days later, this mesa, which as you kind of get closer, it's this steep cliff, a sheer cliff of dark orange stone that is rising out of the thrash. And you can hear the chitter of bats at night and the dizzying sound of insects in the day. You hear or see as you get closer sort of cranes leaning down to grab a ship before bringing it all the way up. You see a flock of scurrying flightless bats swarming the stones along the side of it as well. A single, you're not up at the top yet. You don't see that. But yeah, it's this imposing, it's probably like 200 feet up stone, this mesa, this giant, just sheer flat rock. And you're not even sure how it is on this sea, because anything that looks like this, like it got sunk 300, 400 years ago. This is the first time you've ever seen anything so flat and sheared. And yeah, as you get closer to it, you hear like a call of somebody as you get close to one of the winches, and they yell down, "Oh, sailors, what bring you here?"
Isa kind of looks up. Oh, we're just helping some people.
Oh, very kind of you. Prepare for boarding for customs inspection.
Okay. And you see Flip and Pete get ready for inspection.
All
So
right.
what do you-
And with that, you guys watch as a bunch of ropes get thrown over the edge, and you see a number of like people just grabbing onto the side of them, and like expert rock climbers, they're jumping down the side of this 200-foot cliff at high speeds, straight for your ship, ready to do a customs inspection. And that is where we are going to end for the night.
All right.
Ooh.
All right.
Let's get down here. We attack. To make it for ourselves.
So just in case you start pulling
Last time we
shenanigans,
tried
this is
to
where we're
climb
cutting
up-
it.
No, last time we tried to climb up
We
a
put the
rope, it didn't
clothes
go well.
That's
Oh, that's true.
It did not go well at all.
all right. Jeff, what's going on?
Let's start with my tray. My tray, where can we find you on the internet?
My theory plays games on YouTube where I make system agnostic or multi-system tabletop content that centers student players.
Awesome. As for our streaming schedule, next up is Thursday, where we got some Coriolis as we're playing through the Flowers of Algorab campaign for the new Coriolis Grey Dark. Then on Saturday, we got some One Ring as we have started up our second major campaign for One Ring, a few episodes in. And then Monday, I think next week, we're probably going to do some We're in Danger, but I skipped over Sunday. If you're around like Sunday morning, we're doing a special Orbital Blues thing because it's Orbital Blues Month. And we're playing some Orbital Blues. Me, Melissa, Steven, and some of our dear friends from Tales of Myth and Mayhem, Mark and Leveda. So yeah, you should come hang out with that as well. And then we'll be back next Tuesday, obviously, with more of this. Like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff that content creators are supposed to say. I think that's it. We good?
Yeah, I think we're good. All right.
Okay. I want to rate someone in a second, but like I don't know who yet, so we'll find out.